How's it going, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and I'm here with the Ascend P2 by Huawei at Mobile World Congress 2013 in Barcelona. You know, we're in day one of the trade show, and as usual, as we've seen over all the years past, there's about 500 new device announcements, and this is one of the ones that was announced at the show, actually just before the show. So specs-wise, and actually bear with me, I'm going to switch over to this one right here, just because it's a little bit closer where I am with the camera. But the Ascend P2, as you can see by the specs list here, is packing some pretty decent specifications, and we're hoping to see Huawei in the U.S. At least I know I'm hoping to see Huawei in the U.S. as a competitor to some of the industry heavyweights that we see there. I think there's a lot to offer here. I think there's a great value add, and I think that these can be great for prepaid and for perhaps some of the postpaid carriers as well on a lower price tier. So specs-wise, you're looking at a 4.7-inch HD display with 720p HD. It's a touch display with Corning Gorilla Glass 2. It's got a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera, 13 megapixel rear-facing camera. Overall, as I drop it and break it, but overall the build quality here is quite decent. You got a volume rocker over on the left side. You got your power button, micro SD card slot, and then looks like a camera shortcut button over here on the right. And yes, it looks like that. Yeah, actually it's the camera, and you can see the camera on the back as well. Got a micro USB charging port, it looks like up top, with a 3.5mm headphone jack. So overall, nice build quality here with 1 GB of RAM. It's got a 2,420 milliamp hour battery, so a little bit of a bigger battery. Android 4.1 with Emotion UI, which is Huawei's user interface. And you can see some custom transition effects here. We'll do a quick walkthrough so you can see what this phone comes with out of the box. You can see the icons are customized as well, but overall the look and feel is great. It's nice and fast, which is something that's fantastic. Quad-core, 1.5 gigahertz, K3V2 processor, so decently fast, and of course fits that need for quad-core that people have in today's mobile market, which you can see the keyboard as well. 4.7-inch display, and you can see the transitions nice and fast here as a result of a fast processor. The one potential downside, I would say, if I had to find one with this device, it only has 1 GB of RAM instead of 2 GB of RAM. But that said, you know what? Again, it's a decent value add. I could see this coming to prepaid carriers in the U.S., some of the MVNOs, perhaps some of the postpaid carriers as well, as a cheaper alternative to the 1X Pluses, the Droid DNAs, the Galaxy S3s, the Note 2s, all of that stuff. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage of the Huawei Ascend P2 and more and Mobile World Congress 2013. You can see the transition effects here, quite nice. You can see the user interface running atop it. Got some custom themes up here, or some custom buttons up here rather, and of course, like I said, Android 4.1 means this device is relatively up to date and most likely could come in at a nice price point. Hit me up on Twitter, let me know what you think of the Ascend P2 at PhoneDog_Aaron, Facebook, Facebook.com/Hi Aaron Baker. Thanks for watching. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for Huawei and more in this mobile silly season that we call Mobile World Congress. We'll see you next time.